Hello friends, this is another interesting time with ACS online tutorial. In today's video, we'll be considering this topic on the board, Introduction to Bearing. Now, what is bearing? Bearing is just a concept that has to do with direction and navigation of paths. So in bearing, it has so many applications. We use bearing in aviation and also in marine navigation. Just take for instance now all these pilots that fly in the air. The air is not like a normal track road whereby you can drive to your destination. Maybe say I'm heading from A to B and you have a road that leads to the place. So the pilots, those people that fly aeroplane, there is no kind of specified route whereby you can fly your way to your destination. So what helps you to navigate your path to your destination is if you understand this concept, the concept of bearing. And also the sailors, the people that drive or sail ship, I don't know how their terminology, sorry. So if you need to understand the concept of bearing so that you know how to navigate your path to your destination. So there are some important points that you need to note in bearing before you can do justice to bearing in mathematics. Number one, you need to know about these terms. From, note these terms, from. Another term, you note to, note another term, of, note another term, due. Now, these points, let's just consider it one after the other. In bearing, we have 4 cardinal points. We draw something like this. This is the north, this is the east, this is the south, this is the west. Now, when you want to draw bearing, maybe you are given a calculation to solve, and they tell you the bearing of A from B, something like this. You know that when they say A from B, that means that if you draw something like this, let's say that this is your A and this is your B. The bearing of A from B should be from B. You will start from this B, because they say the bearing of A from B. So you take your bearing from B, because they say the bearing of A from B. And always start from the North Pole. Always start from the North Pole unless it is stated. Stated in the sense that by the time I'm going to explain maybe around this off, I will tell you what I mean by stated. Because there are some bearings that are stated when they tell you now a north-south. Maybe north, they write something like N 50 degrees east, or north 40 degrees west. It is specified. So if it is not stated, you must always take your reference from the North Pole. You get? Or they say something like south, maybe 50 degrees east. This bearing is stated. It is specific. So unless you are giving it this way, always start from the North Pole. Now the bearing of A from B, from here to this place is going to be what? You will start from the north to draw your bearing of A from B, from the North Pole, because it says from B. Now look at this one. Let's say the bearing of A to B. Bearing of A to B is different from bearing of A from B. This one will be like bearing of A, something like this. Sorry, this is the A bearing, and this is the B bearing. This is the B bearing. What do we have? So bearing of A to B will start from what? From B to draw. sorry, from A. Look at, see, this is a B. We'll start from what? A to draw our bearing and join it like this. Because they say the bearing of A to B. So our bearing is from the north of A, and then we join it. I'm not using any angle. I'm just giving arbitrary examples. So there is no angle in particular. So now, look at this one. If they say like off, for this off, they give you something like maybe say 50 north of east. 50 north of east. What does it mean? 50 north of east simply means twist this thing. This thing simply means east 50 degrees north. That's what it means. So we are taking our bearing of east from here. That will be east 50 north. That's what this thing means. If you are representing this thing in bearing, it will look like this. This is your cardinal point. So it will be, this is your north, this is your east, this is your west, and this is your south. So that means that east 50, that is 50, east, this is east 50 degrees north. That will be from this east here, then you move to north. Look at the angle. You move to north 50 degrees and move like this. Just note all these introductions. We are coming gradually. So that is 50 north of it. But if they say north 50 degrees east, is different. This one, what you do is north 50 degrees, you draw your cardinal point. So that will be north, this is east, this is south, this is west. So that will be north 50 east. That will be like this. We are starting from the north and heading towards east. So we move like this and draw our bearing like this, straight. So that is it. Now, the last point we're going to consider when they say due. When they say due north or due south, due north means move straight north. The bearing, that thing moves straight north. Due south, the thing moves straight south. Due west, the thing moves straight west. Due east, the thing moves straight east. If you had followed me through to this point, thank you so much. This is ACS Online Maths Tutorial, where we make mathematical problems easy. I would solicit to you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, just to encourage me make more videos. And also, if I release a new video, you will see it firsthand. Thank you so much.